Because all the men have been ran through.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
All the...
Straight up and down.
No,
I'm like, look at these over 50, year old women talking about men being ran through. Like, hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. Mary J. Blige has a podcast of some sort that I did not know about, nor am I interested in. But I saw the clip and I want to go ahead and play this clip. I think it's on BET. Maybe that's why I don't see it. I say, give her a chance, Danielle. But then you said BT. I was like, oh, forget it. Going. Let's look at this clip. This clip, I think, kind of went viral.
Y'all got any kind of boo thing, some kind of...
I honestly don't.
You gotta like somebody.
I don't
You
either.
got a little lunch friend, somebody.
Where is he? I don't think he's in America. I keep saying that. Because all the men have been ran through.
Mm-hmm, that's true.
All the...
Straight up and down.
No, I'm serious.
It's really a shortage.
I said what I said.
Ran through.
Are you dating?
Hell no. You know who I'm dating?
Yourself.
Right.
This is a result of desiring to be a bad bitch over being a good wife. Now you're sitting on the show sounding bitter and delusional, talking about men are ran through and there's a shortage. We should change the spelling of the wind down to W-H-I-N-E, because y'all done started out lying and crying.
First of all, I love Shamika. Shamika Michelle is so... you guys go.
I want to get to meet her.
I know, she is so great.
I like meeting black people. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
She's so wonderful.
She said exactly what I was thinking the whole time. I'm like, look at these over 50, year old women talking about men being ran through.
Like, first of all, I knew that the I'm dating myself comment wasn't coming. Women always say that, I'm dating myself. Did you say Miley Cyrus just did a video where she
has this new song called Flowers. Mm-hmm. I think it's what it's called, Flowers.
Yeah.
But she's walking down the street, just like these women. She's walking down the street in this weird cloak. And she's in like a regular park, like she looks odd in this like normal like residential area. Mm-hmm. And the song is just her talking about how I don't need a man. I buy myself flowers. I buy myself dinner. I don't need. It's like.
So when women talk like this together, it's always gives me bitter vibes. Mm-hmm. And I think Mary J. Blige went through a divorce.
Yeah, she got taken at the. I think she had to pay alimony.
Yeah, I think she had to pay alimony. Mm-hmm. So whenever I see women talk like this, it's because something's happened where it made them bitter, like towards men. What I don't like is the bashing part. Why did you have to say that? Why? When the question, what was the question? Is anybody out there for you right now? You have anybody in your life right now? That's a very like. If someone asked me that question right now, I would not feel the need to be like, there's no good men out there. All these men have been ran through. No one's for me because none of these men just ain't about nothing now. I think he's in a different country. That's what she said. Mm-hmm. I think he's in a different country. So all of that is not needed. If someone asked me that question right now, I would just say, no, not right now. I haven't met anybody, yet. But lots of good guys out there. That's usually that's my answer to everything, because I literally I don't know a whole lot of bad guys. Even the ones I've dated, it hadn't worked out because we weren't a match, but we're fine. I'm not bitter.
These are women who say that they don't need a man, and then when they don't have a man, then they say men are being run through.
Right.
So, to me, I just think that this is the result of feminism.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I don't know why women won't do that. Look, I am over 40. I'm not married either, so I'm not throwing shade on them at all.
Not me.
You know what I mean? I haven't dated just because I don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if I were looking for a husband, or like they are, like they're sitting there talking about there are no men, then I would have to self-reflect, because the truth is that when you don't need a man, you keep constantly saying that, you're going to not get one.
Yeah.
And then who wants to date you? I mean, who wants to date women who constantly say, I don't need you?
Right.
Okay.
The energy that you're putting out there is that, I don't need you. So you're not
you don't have it.
Yeah. So everything's working out pretty well for you for what you're putting out there. But I don't like when women sit in this, the girl in the middle seemed like she didn't, it's like she's trying to, be part of that crowd. I felt like she was trying to be part of that crowd. So she's kind of going along with what they say. But she's kind of like, I don't really believe this. You know what I mean? She kind of just, they're older than her probably.
Yeah. None of them really believe this.
Yeah, they seem bitter, y'all.
You know what I mean? Women are not supposed to be powerful.
No.
Powerful, CEOs.
Yeah, right.
We're not supposed to be that. And this is precisely why. It's because it's not the money. It's the ego it gives you. And as soon as you think that you don't need a man, which is what all these women do. I mean, Mary Jo, all their videos and music all sounds like this. You know what I mean? They all want to do movies where women are woman king. You know what I mean? And the thing is like, yeah. Right. When you present as a man,
right, then
men can't be attracted to you because, men like femininity.
It's true.
You know what I mean? And when you start acting masculine, well, why do they want to date you?
Yeah.
They have male friends. You know what I mean? They watch, football games, things like that. Men do men things. So then why would they then want to come home to another man-like energy?
I know why that probably went viral because it's kind of like, ugh. Like you're having a hard time with men and you're having a hard time trying to figure out, how to find your one. And you're going to put it all on the fact that men are ran through. You're not going to take any. There has to be something else. It can't just be that men are run through. What is the problem here?
Especially
there has to be something going on with you as well.
74% of black women that are mothers are single.
Yes.
So then men aren't the only thing being run through. Taraji being one of them. So it's like, stop pretending like, like now you wanna now bash men for your choices. Yeah. I'm not saying that men don't do messed up things. I mean, there are men out here who just do sleep around. Just keep having sex with women and making babies. I'm just saying, right, there are men like that. But look, they're having mostly sex with black women. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and that's what this whole idea that we have to now put each other down because we don't need each other. It's like, I thought you said you didn't need a man. Yeah. When you say you don't need a man, you're not going to get one. And you can make all your money. And by the way, even these ones that are married, like I think, was that Sierra video. Where she's standing in front of the mirror talking, while she's married to Russell, what's his name? Russell Wilson. While she's married to Russell Wilson, she's sitting there talking and looking at herself in a mirror half naked, talking about how she don't need him and I can buy my own stuff. It's like, okay, so even when you're married, you still have this narrative that Cardi B still acting like she's single in her music. It's just like, you know what I mean? It's like, you guys, it's propaganda. I keep telling, it's like, stop, but these people do not, these people are trying to ruin black women. Most women want to get married and most women want to have children. Well, so
they're trying to sell their lifestyle as being desirable.
Lavish and materialism, trying to pretend like, but we're not the problem.
But see, that's what I was saying before, is that to say that men are all ran through, okay, that's one part of it. But to not say the other part, that maybe I have some stuff going on too. I can't find nobody. You know what I mean? Maybe I have a chip on my shoulder or something. It looked like she had a chip on her shoulder. I remember it looked like she had a chip on her shoulder, and she, just decided to blame it all on men. And I just think that if you're not taking accountability for maybe something that you're doing wrong as well, because as we've mentioned before many a times, there has to be a point where you are the common denominator in the problem. They can still, a man can still be a problem, right? It can still be the man's issue that he has going on. But, okay, putting that aside, you still are the common denominator. If you're dating a bunch of men and you're not having any success, with getting to the next level, then that says a lot. It says like, what do you, this has to be you too. It can't just be the guy. But the implication here is to put it all on him because it can't be me. No way it can be me. It's just Shamika was saying that it's whiny.
It's just boring. It's boring to hear it. And it's just like, I'm so tired of women chasing a check and then being mad that they wasted their, like a wasted time. I mean, most of them, I think, like I said, Mary Jo has been married before, so it's not like she's never done that. It's just that when you present as a certain type of person, I mean, Kelly Clarkson, she had her too. Yeah. It's not just black women; it's white women too. This is what feminism does to you. This is what it changes you into. This sort of empty vessel that's just filled with a bank account.
Yeah.
Your money you cannot go to bed with your money. Your money can't escort you to a nice gathering or to on a date. Your money is not going to love you when the times hit you hard. You know what I mean? A man has that. You know, men can help you in those areas. You want to go to bed with a man. You don't want to go to bed alone just with a full bank account.
Yeah.
That doesn't make a woman. I don't care what these women keep telling you. They keep telling, oh, at least I'm going to be happy with the home. I'm going to be sad, but with a home.
Yeah.
That's not what you mean. But most poor women that are in relationships are happier than some of these wealthy women that have all this money. We were just watching this clip the other day with J-Lo and Ben Affleck. And Ben Affleck looks like he is over this woman. You know, and this is, again, these women that have all of this money. Kim Kardashian, the same thing. It's always the same thing. They have so much money. They're all very beautiful. They have a whole lot of money, and they have a whole lot of ego that goes with it. And no one wants to be around them. They just look good. So they always get married. They always have some kind of man that's willing to escort them to places and eventually marry them. But they don't know how to be women. They just know how to, all they know how to do is be a feminist.
These powerful women, when they get in relationships, those relationships always end. Like, they always are going to end, because when a woman's in that type of position where she holds power in that way, it's I don't know if a man can see her in a feminine role, like a feminine, even if she is physically looks feminine. You know, when I was watching this, I think I've mentioned this before too, but I was watching a documentary on Donald Trump, and when was his first wife, Ivanka? When he was married to Ivanka, he talked about that in the documentary. He was like, you know, there's a point where, because he made her into the, you know, the CEO of everything and making her run everything, and then he realized very soon that, like, I don't have a wife. She's too powerful. Now when she comes home, we're talking about business. Now, and then he said out of his mouth, like it's not the same anymore. Like, like, we're only talking about business now, and blah blah blah. I'm like, so that's what I'm saying. So you now have a masculine woman.
You think
so
think
some
it
of you
sounds
guys
good. That like working women, you think you like them. It sounds easy. This woman's bringing in a check too, so I don't have to be the only one doing it. You know what I mean? We can own a house together. We can do all this. You think you like that. But the instant that she climbs the ladder quicker than you, or even if she doesn't, if you can make the same amount, women deal with power differently than men do.
Yeah.
Men tend to be successful because now they do want personal accomplishment, but they also are doing it because they want to protect, they want to own a home, but they want to be able to provide and protect an entire family. When women do it, it's just self-serving. Because we don't necessarily have to do that. That's just something we're electing to do it. That's why it's easy for women to work and climb the ladder, because it's not anything anyone's expecting of us anyway. So we can fail and not feel any pressure because it's not our traditional role anyway. But for men, it is very important for them to be successful. And so when a woman just goes and becomes successful, she will start to pretend like she don't need you. Even if she's married to you, she'll start to kind of feel this way. And I know there are going to be men that comment, oh, I have a wife that's doing the same thing as me, and we're just owning a house, we send our kids to college, and we just live a wonderful life. You know what I mean? Okay, that is the exception, it's not the rule. Most women and they've already had the poll out, most women who get higher education, go to college, are the highest likely to divorce. Right now, the women that have a higher education are the biggest divorce rate. Because you know why? Because men don't want to. Because men find that they cannot, even though that they are the ones that initiate the divorce. Men don't initiate divorce because it doesn't serve them. If they actually could leave the marriage with no problems, more men would be trying.
But because the courts are on the women's side,
right?
When it comes to the courts are 100% on the women's side when it comes to
it's cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, so most men would stay and cheat.
Right.
Or just cheat and do all that. So it's just it doesn't serve them at all to file for divorce for what? At this point. So they're kind of like stuck in it in case they just go ahead and bite the bullet and do it. But women, they're different. Like we're not the same in these kind of roles. And I think that when women become too powerful, I do think the side effect is to be bitter. I think the side effect actually is to have chip on the shoulder. So when I see these successful women up here talking, for instance, after a while, you are going to be bitter and kind of lonely. You can have all the stuff in the world, but you are going to be lonely because that stuff is not. It's not serving you. Your money and stuff like that is not really serving you anymore. All the way to the point where you can't find somebody, and even further to the point where you're saying men are run through, and even further to the point where you're now saying that your man's now outside the country. So I'm gonna find mine. See, I don't even think he's in this country. Don't try it now. Though they see what I'm saying, like you're trying to, when you say stuff like that, that's a bitter jab at men because you don't want to admit that there's something going on with you.
Men overseas are more likely to be traditional. Mm-hmm. You're not going to find men from Africa, or they're going to be okay with a woman like that.
No,
they're not. Most men are very traditional around the world. Mm-hmm. That's it's just in America and like the West.
We have so many men that subscribe to us or watch us, mm-hmm. and they're from different countries. I mean, like from so many different countries. Like I'm always shocked at, when new men show up and they start talking about how they are in their own countries. I'm like, when some of y'all be describing what kind of woman you're wanting, it is, I don't know what Taraji's talking about. They are not going to want a woman like you. You would not fit the bill at all.
I mean, we do have some people say that things are changing even in other countries because feminism is starting to catch on, which is why the U.S. falling the way it's falling is it kind of gives people the temperature of where the world is kind of going, because we're kind of the example. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? But the truth is that you go to Saudi Arabia, you go to any of these Muslim speaking Muslim countries, you go to any Africa, even in Asian countries, they're traditional.
Yeah,
they like traditional because they understand the family structure.
Right,
and the family structure is money. Yes. If you have a home where your wife is at home and your husband's working and you're able to help him along the way, and you're having children, your children have that example, you're able to build generational wealth just on that alone. You know what I mean? But if you have some woman that is trying to be where you are, then she's not going to be able to serve you as a wife should serve her husband, because she's already trying to serve another master.
Right.
And I hate to say that men are masters, but in this situation, men are ahead of you in marriage. And so the truth is that if she would rather deal with a boss than with you. And so this is the reason why so many women that are educated are getting divorced, because they don't understand that.
Well, if you're going to submit to your boss and not submit to your husband or a potential, then you've already messed up out the gate.
You can submit to, the check. It's like this idea that we're going to, let's say just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
Just because you can work and make money and stuff doesn't mean that it's always the best thing. Doesn't mean it's always going to make you happy either. You know what I mean? Sometimes the things that make you feel good in the now, which is again why I feel like men do better with being the leader. It's because men look at the big picture. So if they have to start, cooking the fries before they become the owner, they look at. It's always there.
Yeah.
They always have that visual of where they're going. As long as everything is aligned, they can see that visual of what's going. It's self-serving. It's not self-serving. You know what I mean? Because they understand that with that comes, also a good wife. You have a family, you own a home, you know what I mean? And you're climbing the ladder. But with women, everything has to feel right now. Feel good. And we don't look at the big picture. We only look at the now, because when you're dealing with feelings, you're only dealing with now, which is why those women did that. And now their future, that they weren't really thinking about, is now come. And this is what it looks like.
They're back in their 50s, both of them? I guess around that age, so they would have to be. So
Mary J. Blige. So she's... Oh, here we go. She's 52.
So she's in her 50s. So, and I don't know how long she was married, but you can already see these relationships going south. Like, even if you're not a celebrity, like, I always know, like, the people that I know personally, I always know when the relationship is going to go south when the woman is, working 60 hours a week, and, I'm like, this is not going to be good.
How can you have a relationship
how are you going to do that
with a man if you're both doing the same thing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're both at work all day, then nobody wants to cook, nobody wants to clean, because you guys are all been doing the same thing all day. You know what I mean? No one's tending the kids really. That what happens is the kids they look at the video games, and that keeps them entertained.
Yeah.
And not their parents, so they're not learning anything from their parents, but to be workhorses.
Right.
And that's it. Then there's the difference between you two. You know what I mean? You're dating a man with a vagina.
Right.
And then, then she can't have too much respect for you, because just like these ladies, they want something from a man that they didn't want before while they were climbing up the ladder. And so now it's just like, now you want masculinity.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what
have it
happens.
both ways.
That's what happens with these because the videos those videos with house husbands. I guess they call them house husbands. Those videos gone viral and stuff of men that are house husbands, and the woman is just like reaping the benefits of being catered to and all this stuff, right? And so the truth, like Matt Walsh talked about this, but he's right when he says that eventually she's gonna want a man, a real man. She's not gonna want this because it's not. It can be fun for a little while, you know what I mean. But then after a while, it's gonna be like, gosh, I really need a man. I really need a man, you know what I mean, and not someone who's gonna, woman worship. So men that worship women, it's really sad to watch. Worshipping people is weird.
It's right.
It's very strange to me. I mean, if you worship a higher power, I'm on board with that. But to sit here and worship me because I'm a woman, like I want my husband to love me and like me and appreciate me. I'm not wanting my husband to worship me. I feel like that will interfere with his being a leader. Because you're bowing down to me in a way. I don't